Meeting of the South Madison Community School Board of School Trustees to order. We will begin the meeting by the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll now observe a moment of silence. Thank you. Item 1.3, any adjustments to the agenda, Dr. Hall?
There are no adjustments tonight.
Thank you. 1.4, Ms. Brown, would you read our core purpose, goal, and core values, please?
Our core purpose, success for all students. Core goal, at least 90% of students pass language arts, English, and mathematics on state assessments. Core values, for character, we will continue to be an institution guided by ethical strength. Students, we will continue to put students first in our priorities and in our decision-making. Service, we will continue to be an organization known for its servant spirit. And stewardship, we will continue to embody the qualities of stewardship.
Thank you, Ms. Brown. 1.5, comments from patrons, and we have nobody signed up to speak to an agenda item. Moving into section 2, minutes. We'll start with 2.1, the approval of minutes of the regular meeting of the Board of School Trustees on October 3, 2024. You've had a chance to peruse those over the weekend and all. Are there any questions?
Move we approve.
Second. Thank you. Penny?
Andrew Brown,
Yes.
Buck Evans, Kevin Ginder,
Abstain.
Mike Hanna,
Yes.
John Lord,
Yes.
Mark Thompson,
Yes.
Bill Hutton.
Yes. 2.2, approval of the accounts payable vouchers. Once again, you've had a chance to look those over. Are there any questions, concerns?
I make a motion we approve the accounts payable vouchers as presented.
I'll second.
Thank you. Penny?
Andrew Brown,
Yes.
Buck Evans, Kevin Ginder,
Yes.
Mike Hanna,
Yes.
John Lord,
Yes.
Mark Thompson,
Yes.
Bill Hutton.
Yes. Moving on to consent items, 3.1 through 3.4. If it's all right with the board, we'll take all of those approvals at once. Again, you've had a chance to look those over. Are there any questions?
Move we approve 3.1 through 3.4.
Second.
Thank you. Penny?
Andrew Brown,
Yes.
Buck Evans, Kevin Ginder,
Yes.
Mike Hanna,
Yes.
John Lord,
Yes.
Mark Thompson,
Yes.
Bill Hutton.
Yes. Section 4, financial business, the insurance renewal. Mr. McCarty?
Thank you, President Hutton. Dr. Hall and I met with Unified Group Services recently regarding the renewal of our stop loss for our self-insurance fund. The administration is recommending policy with Tokyo Marine, which is in board docs column 3. Column 1 is our current rate. There was the other 4 columns are other options that we have. We are recommending column 3. There's been an increase in the premium, and these are based off of claims that we've had to go over our $225,000 stop loss. So through the first 9 months, we've had 6 members or dependents of members go over the loss, which is higher than it has been in the past. So that obviously has driven up the rate. So, but we are recommending renewal with Tokyo Marine, column 3.
Any further questions for Mr. McCarty?
Move we approve.
I'll second.
Thank you. Penny?
Andrew Brown,
Yes.
Buck Evans, Kevin Ginder,
Yes.
Mike Hanna,
Yes.
John Lord,
Yes.
Mark Thompson,
Yes.
Bill Hutton.
Yes. Into new business, 5.1, the resolution for authorization to sign agreements. Dr. Hall.
Thank you, President Hutton. What you'll find in board docs is a resolution that would name me as the designee to sign excess special ed costs. The board signed this resolution in 2002, but at that time, the program was known to be, it was for special ed students that are in our district that are placed in a residential facility. And so at that time, it was called authorization to sign contracts for residential facilities. The state now has changed the program, and now it's just called excess costs. So the reason why I'm asking you to name me as a designee, it's because when the contract comes in, it has to be signed very quickly. We have to agree to that so that the state will cover the majority of the cost, and as opposed to bringing it to a board meeting and then having you approve it and sign it. So essentially, this thing's already been in place, but when we tried to show them the old one, they said it was too old, and they asked me to do it again. So we're just doing basically the exact same thing you already authorized me to do 2 years ago.
Any other questions for Dr. Hall?
I make a motion to approve 5.1, resolution for authorization to sign agreements.
I'll second.
Penny?
Andrew Brown,
Yes.
Buck Evans, Kevin Ginder,
Yes.
Mike Hannah,
Yes.
John Lord,
Yes.
Mark Thompson,
Yes.
Bill Hutton.
Yes, and I have the paperwork here to sign. We'll need the board secretary to sign along with me and then Dr. Hall. So make sure that gets done tonight.
Thank you.
Moving on to section 6, other communications. Are there any communications from the patrons? We have a patron tonight, and she's smiling. Is there anything you'd like to say?
I wish everyone luck with the election.
Thank you.
Thank you.
6.2, communications from the superintendent.
I have none tonight.
Boy, this is flying. 6.3, communication from the Board of School Trustees. Angie, we'll start with you.
The only thing that I would add tonight is that Mr. Klipsch has been out several more times practicing on the skid steer. It's broken now. It needs a little work.
I hope he didn't break it.
Oh, goodness.
It is an older one. It's gonna be looked at and got back up to speed, but I think it was a ploy because he's coming back out tomorrow afternoon to operate our newest skid steer. So I think it was a ploy to get in the new machine. And his class is gonna be competing, his seniors next week. Grade X is actually coming out to work with the kids Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then they're going to Union Hall and doing a little competition.
Oh, good,
So-
good.
So they're gonna finally get started in a machine. So.
Now, when is it that I get to try the
Come-
skid steer?
Do you wanna come and operate?
I'd love to. Thank you for the extra efforts to put that together and all. It's very well done. Thank you.
Mr. Hutton. I don't have anything community-wise at the moment, other than I went to a 3-day adult education conference,
Okay,
which I found fascinating because it's basically a lot, it ties in with what we do, as far as the school system. Went to some seminars on different ways to instruct, and one of them was even humor in the classroom, which I found interesting. So it's kind of, which I love, it kind of ties in with everything I do as an educator. So hopefully that knowledge I can spread on. So.
I figure you could almost teach the class on humor in a classroom.
That's what I was wondering.
Possibly.
Very good, thank you. Mike?
Attended the Arabian ambassadors this week, and just very impressive, and I think the people are there, that they get enlightened pretty much about what happens behind the scenes. And all the presenters, Dr. Miller, Mr. McCarty, Mark, did a great job, and I get just as much out of that as they do. It's just a learning experience. It might be overwhelming for some of them,
Yeah.
but it's really good, and a lot of questions were asked as well. Yeah.
Well, and you know they're interested in it because the kind of questions that they're asking have been of quality too, so
Yeah, it was very good.
it's a good group.
Very well done. Very good. Thank you.
Mr. Evans?
I have none.
Mr. Thompson?
Same as Mike, attended the Arabian Ambassadors, and it's very interesting. Not only for the people that show up for that, but also for board members to get to know some of the people and see some of the questions they're asking, so.
Thank you.
Well, I hope our volleyball team is doing well. They start at 6. I hope they did well. Beat
They
Yorktown.
lost the first game.
Oh, okay. But it's 5 it takes, right? Best of 5?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, best of 5.
Best
but
of 5.
it's also Yorktown.
Yeah, well, hey, we're Arabians, we can do anything.
Stomp on
And
a
then
tiger.
good luck to our boys and girls cross-country teams. I think there's sectionals this weekend. So good luck to them.
Very good.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
With that, I have nothing, so we'll move on to item 7, which is adjournment of the regular meeting. I'd entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Thank you. Penny?
Andrew Brown,
Yes.
Buck Evans.
Yes.
Kevin Ginder,
Yes.
Mike Hannah.
Yes.
John Lord.
Yes.
Mark Thompson.
Yes.
Bill Hutton.
Yes. Meeting adjourned.